What is going on, sexy people? Seno here, and I hope you're doing fine and having a great day halfway through May. That was an unnecessary attempt at rhyming, but a great segue to today's topic, which is top 5 games still coming out in May that I'm excited about. And since time is of the essence, we start right up with number 5, Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I know next to nothing about the Warhammer 40k universe apart from 1995's Vengeance of the Blood Angels, which was a rather clumsy but visually pleasing and atmospheric tactical first-person shooter that I really enjoyed playing in the good old days of Windows 95. And this new installment looks like an updated, amplified and overall maxed out version of that game, which is great. I mean, just look at this.
Repent, for tomorrow you die!
That trailer got me pumped, and I can't wait to shoot those nasty gene stealers in the mouth, splattering their remains all over the place. I just hope they took the time to iron out some of the issues the original PC release is told to have had since its debut in 2016. We'll see when it comes out on PS4 on May 22nd. Number 4. Next up we got Dark Souls Remastered. I kinda missed the whole Dark Souls and Demon Souls hype the first time around and only recently acquired the first 2 games on my trip to Japan. For 93 yen each, I mean that's not bad. I didn't start them yet, but I really like From Software's older titles like King's Field and Shadow Tower Abyss, and I often hear people say the Souls games were like spiritual successors of sorts, so maybe this remastered version is a good entry point in the series? It sure looks interesting, and I wouldn't mind pouring some solid hours into its dark medieval fantasy world when it arrives May 25th. Number 3. Next on my list is Detroit Become Human, a game that I did have my eyes on and off since it was first announced in 2015, but it wasn't on my need-to-play list until recently when I got my hands on the playable demo version. I did enjoy Quantic Dream's older titles like The Nomad Soul and Fahrenheit, and if there's one thing they're really good at, it's interactive storytelling, and Detroit Become Human seems to put this whole genre onto a new level, and I'm really excited to see the final product. I mean, it has robots, it has cyberpunk, it has weird stuff going on, it's basically everything I wanna see in a story. So I'm really looking forward for this one.
My name is Connor.
We're close!
This is our story.
Number 2. The Mega Drive Classics and the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. 2 releases I'll combine into one since they are not really new games but a collection of older, you might say retro titles. I grew up on the Mega Drive, or Genesis for you Americans out there. It was my first video game home console and it opened my heart to the everlasting love that is Sega. Also, I missed the last Mega Drive collection on PS3, so I've got all the more reason to be excited. 50 plus titles including some of the best games available for the system like Shining Force, Golden Axe, Phantasy Star 4, Shinobi 3 and of course the best side-scrolling beat-em-up ever conceived by human minds, Streets of Rage 2. Plus they all come with extras, trophies and online multiplayer. Woohoo! The Street Fighter Anniversary Collection is on my list mainly because of Street Fighter Alpha 2, the obvious choice when it comes to the Alpha/Zero series. It still is my favorite of all the Street Fighter games, and even though I own the sublime port to the Sega Saturn, the best console ever made, I'm still looking forward to this release because of online multiplayer, so I can finally get my ass handed to me by players from all around the world. Wait. And finally, the title I'm probably most excited about is Number 1. The crowdfunded dark fantasy survival horror game Agony. When I heard about Agony for the first time, I immediately got flashbacks to one of my favorite games on the PS2 that no one ever talks about, a little known gem called Hungry Ghosts. In Hungry Ghosts, just like in the upcoming Agony, you are dead and your soul is trapped in the afterlife. Or more precisely, hell. Forcing you to interact with a lot of weird and creepy demons, monsters and other unholy things in an overall unpleasant environment on your quest to make sense of all this. Of course, the PS2 game looks pretty dated by today's standards, but in a way Agony looks like my nostalgic mind remembers Hungry Ghosts. Also, I'm in the market for a bleak and bloody take on survival horror with an emphasis on horror. And so far everything I saw about Agony makes me wanna jump right into the depths of hell. And I mean that as positive as I can. So there you have it, my top 5 list of games still coming out in May that I'm excited about. Unfortunately, I can't just buy all 5, well, technically 6 of them, my wallet wouldn't want that. But maybe you can help me decide, which one of these games do you think is the most exciting one and why? Leave your comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching, enjoy gaming and see you all next time! Oh, and since you're here, why not check out one of my other videos like this one here or that one? You might even consider subscribing if that's your thing. I mean, I would. Probably. Anyway, peace out!